Good afternoon, everyone, and I'd like to welcome you to our Project Innovation Reader Evaluation webinar. Thank you so much for joining us. I can't thank you enough. Your support is truly appreciated as well as needed. So let's get started. So just to give you an overview, the mayor awarded youth services, or the youth division, $1.5 million to come up with additional program initiatives for youth for 2016. $500,000 of that money was allocated for the Project Innovation RFP. We are seeking to put together a design competition, and we are looking to solicit the best and most innovative programming ideas for youth. We're looking to award approximately 10 agencies between the amounts of $50,000 and $75,000 per proposal. Now, agencies, of course, can ask for less than $50,000, and we would definitely take that into consideration. But this is the guidelines, the funding guidelines that we've set out. We may come up with maybe 12 agencies opposed to 10 agencies, but at the end of the day, we are looking to fund about 10 agencies between $50,000 and $75,000. And so that being said, we are looking for highly innovative, out-of-school youth programming ideas. We have said to those who participated in the webinar last Friday when we released the RFP, we have said to them that they need to make sure that they have really great ideas to submit. This is an opportunity for them to tell us what they want funding for, opposed to so many times the funder has such strict guidelines that there's proposals and ideas that they would like to submit, but they can't. So this is an unrestricted, highly innovative RFP, and we're taking and looking at ideas that agencies may have, want to fund, couldn't fund. This is their opportunity. We're also seeking to fund RFPs that have given voice to youth. It has to be youth-driven, youth voice in their program policy, in its design and implementation. Hopefully they have youth that they've had conversations with who have said to them, these are the things that we are most interested in. These are the type of programs we would like to attend. So we're looking for a youth-driven proposal. We're seeking to fund and give voice to new agencies, smaller agencies. And of course, agencies that we are currently funding are also eligible to submit for this RFP. So let's talk about the submission guidance. So we're looking to serve a minimum of 25 youth. And we're looking for those youth in the following age groups: 6 to 11, 12 to 15, or 16 to 25. And let me be clear, we want to see a proposal that is serving for this program, their idea, one group of youth. We are not looking for a group from 6 to 15. If an agency wants to serve more than one age group, they need to be, A, very clear that this program they are working with will serve this group, and the other program they're serving will serve the next age group, or whatever other age group they are intending to serve. And the best way to do that would be for them to submit more than one proposal. We're suggesting the program is year-round, weekend, or they can combine, holiday, Saturday, Sunday programming. But we're looking for programs that actually meet the need when, youth are out of school during the weekends and they need to have some extra activities to participate in. Again, age appropriate and youth-driven. We want to see clear benchmarks in their process of how they're going to track and evaluate their success. Of course, we want qualified staff. Now, we have an appendix that we attach to this RFP, which I will show you shortly, but we are giving extra points to those organizations that currently serve in this community area from a prescribed set of schools, high schools as well as elementary schools. And this is a great proposal because for us, they can serve youth who are not in school, and they can provide a stipend for program participation. Generally for us, we do not serve the population of youth who are not in school, and we do not look at youth actually receiving a stipend. So for us, this is a great opportunity for out-of-school time programs to submit this type of RFP. All right, so what you have on this screen now are the community areas, and the agencies also have this Appendix A, like I said, that was also provided when the RFP was released on October 30th. So you can see that we listed the community area, the high school, as well as the elementary schools that were in 1 mile of the high school. And so we're looking at this as a high target area for services to be rendered. And this is based on where we believe the most need is currently desired for our programs within the city. So we have the Austin community area, East Garfield Park, Inglewood, Greater Grand Crossing, Humboldt Park, New City, Pullman, and Roseland. And so what we need to see when RFPs are submitted are agencies who are talking about being able to provide service in these community areas that we have outlined. If there are agencies who are providing services, have the wherewithal to provide these services in these community areas, on the evaluation, they will receive extra points. And this has also been described in the RFP release. Okay, so now we'll talk about the budget submission. Again, we're looking to fund approximately 10 organizations between $50,000 and $75,000. Agencies have been notified that they can submit for less. So we're looking for a budget that demonstrates fiscal soundness. We have up to a 15% administrative cap. 15% is required in kind or a cash match, and payments are based on a reimbursement system. And then we are asking agencies to be able to sustain their program for at least 2 months prior to receiving any dollars, because we function on a reimbursement system. So this is the evaluation criteria. We will be scoring agencies on previous program experience and needs of the population to be served. And again, we've told agencies they can submit their RFP for any community area that they wish to serve. However, extra points have been given to those agencies that will be able to serve the community areas in Appendix 1. We're looking at program design and administration. We're scoring on administrative fiscal capacity as well as budget. So what will happen with you as an evaluator. You will receive a password from OBM. Once you receive the password, you will go onto the site and you will log in. Once you get in the site, and some of you are familiar, and those that are not, I'd like for you to email me, and I will take you through A to B to get you on board so you're comfortable with the process. But when you get the cyber grants and you log in, you'll see a dashboard, and it will have your assigned RFPs. We believe that reading will not take any more than 45 minutes per proposal, and it should take you about 15 minutes to actually score the proposal. And once you go through that process, then you can push submit, and voila. The proposal will be locked in the system. The whole process is an online process. Of course, you can print out the RFP and read it, but you can do everything online without having to go through any other extra steps. So the program evaluation, the point system. So the points are actually, it's a 1 to 5 system, and let me show you what that looks like. But if a response is, if you score a response with 5, then that means that that question to that response, it fully meets the response to the question. So if it's a 4, it meets with minor gaps in the response. If it's 3, moderate gaps. 2, partially meets with significant gaps to the question. And 1, does not meet response to question at all. So let me show you what the evaluation actually looks like. So this is what you'll actually see. These are the evaluation questions you'll actually see in cyber grants. So the organization clearly describes its history, mission, and their experience serving youth. This is under the previous program experience. So you can score the response to this question from 1 to 5. So if this agency clearly described its history and its mission without any question, then you would give it a 5. If they did a terrible job of explaining what the mission and history is of their organization, then you would give it a 1. If it's a 3 because it's okay, but there were some gaps in terms of how they explained it, it wasn't really clear, then you will give it a 3. So each point actually has an explanation as to why you're rendering this particular point assignment to each and every one of these questions. So it makes it easier for you, and then you don't have to figure out, well, why am I scoring what I'm scoring? We've laid it out for you. So again, if it's 5, then 5, and forgive me for the process of having to go through it this way. But if it's a 5, then that agency fully answered the question. If they didn't, you're going to give it a 1. If they did, but there were some things like, there were some gaps to the question, then you'll be giving it a 3. So what are some of the evaluation responses? Because we always ask our evaluators, well, what was good? What are the strengths? Or what was not so good? What were the weaknesses? And so some of your responses can be that the RFP was well organized, the deliverables were well defined, the evaluation process and criteria was very clear, and of course the budget was well within the defined program. Or you may get a not so good, response to some of the questions, and so some of the responses could be response to questions were very confusing. The RFP did not clearly describe the program or the population that it intends to serve, talk about fiscal soundness, and the outcome and evaluation criteria was weak. So these are some of the responses you can actually pull when you get ready to give us an overview as to why you think this agency submitted a good proposal or a not so good proposal. This is the timeline. So agencies are to submit their proposal by December 20th at 12 noon. we will assign proposals to you between Friday, November 20th, and Monday, November 23rd. But it really is our intention to make sure that everyone receives all of their assigned proposals by Friday, November 20th. We will be assigning approximately 3 to 4 proposals. We think we really have a good number of readers that will assist us, and this number of proposals you receive may be less. We're asking that when you receive the proposals that you send an email confirmation that you received the proposals. I know sometimes in the past we have sent proposals out, and then when we go back and check in a week or so just to see how readers are doing, we've gotten a response that says, well, I didn't receive anything, because sometimes it may go to your spam section of your email or trash section of your email. Anywho, please send us an email saying, yes, you know, I have my batch of proposals and I am just so excited and so ready to read. We are requesting that, you know, you have all your evaluations in cyber grants by December the 4th, because the program begins on January 1, 2016. Now, before I even get to question and answers, I am going to attempt to log on to cyber grants. For those of you who have not seen the process, just so you can see what it may look like, to get an idea of what you're looking at. So hold on, please. So you will get a password, like I said, and if you don't already have one, you will get a password, and you will get a login, and you will be able to use this information to log into the system. So let's see how it works here. Uh-oh. Let's see. Okay, so I'm in. So you will have a dashboard, and you will go to the dashboard. On the dashboard, in this section here, you will actually have a listing of your proposals. You will click on that particular proposal, and it will take you to the RFP that you're reading. And so let me just give you an example.
You're going to click on the request amount, not on the name of.
So you're clicking on the requested amount, not actually on the name of the proposal. So I clicked on the request for amount, and then you will see it will give you information about the proposal. And here you will see the organization name, and then all the questions that we asked will be in the system, as well as so you will read through the proposal, and then once you read through the proposal, I can skim down, and you'll see all the information that was asked. then you get the opportunity to actually score the proposal. So these were done, and I just need to make sure that I can, yes, see the score. All right, can we see the score? Yes. So in this section here, you can see that there was an approval. You can see that what the actual score was if the agency was qualified. So as you go through here, you'll see the questions. You'll be able to respond by putting your point system of 1 to 5. And then it will total up, and then you will actually be able to see what your comments were as well. It's a very simple process, very easy process, and you will be able to navigate it through very easily. If you have any issues with any technical issues, of course you can contact me or Julia Talbert, and we will be more than happy to provide you with TA. Here we go. There has to be a better way to do this. Q&A. So we want to know what's on your mind, if you have any questions that we can answer for you at this particular time. Great. You guys were a very easy audience. Let me say that the PowerPoint will be available shortly after this webinar. We will send it to you so that you can have this as well as the recording should you need it. And we always appreciate your time. We want to thank you for your support, your commitment. If you have any program questions, you can contact me. My email is here on the screen. Of course, I have sent all of you the link, so you do have my email as well as here's Julia's. If you have any administrative questions, I am going to ask that when you send your program or your administrative question that you copy both of us, because we are working together to lobby and make sure that everyone gets the support that they need. So when you send me an email, also copy Julia. When you send Julia an email, also copy me. All right, well, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. We really appreciate your support. And again, have no hesitation to reach out should you have any questions or concerns. Thank you and have a great weekend. Happy Friday, everyone.